Hey everybody, what's up? Got a video here. Gonna do a little skid plate comparison on the KLX300. I'll show you the SW Motech skid plate, which I had on the bike when I first bought it. And I now have a Ricochet skid plate here, which I'm gonna install on the bike now. I prefer the Ricochet. When I bought the bike, the SW Motech was the only one that was in stock. So that's what I got. But I'll kind of show you here on the floor comparison, like a side by side, and show you the differences in them. And you can kind of decide for yourself which way you would want to go here. Okay. Here they are. This is the SW Motech. Now you can see it has several holes, you know, drilled in it throughout, even a large hole over here. You have your hole for your oil drain plug. This mounts with existing, there's already existing mounts on the bike from the original skid plate, small skid plate. You have two here in the back. And then of course it has these separate bushings which go on here. And now you can see they give you these little rubber circles. They contact the frame. They're in every corner. This one here is missing. It fell off. I have it here somewhere. It fell off. And now that's the SW Motech. Now here is the Ricochet. So you can see the Ricochet also uses two existing mount bolts back here. These two existing, their bushings are already welded on here. They're not separate. And the Ricochet also gives you these extra brackets which mount up front around the frame tube. The SW Motech does not have those. Now, I measured these for thickness. The Ricochet skid plate is right at 4 millimeters thick. The SW Motech is 3 millimeters. I don't know how well you can pick up on the thicknesses there on that, but you can tell there's definitely a different weight wise. I did not weigh these, but just picking them up, you can tell the Ricochet weighs at least probably twice as much, maybe a little less, but it is definitely much heavier than the SW Motech. But what I'll show you here, this was on the bike for right on 1,000 miles. Now this has never been like hopped over rocks and bashed off of rocks. The damage on this is basically from rocks flying up off the ground when you're running down the trail, up from the tire, just bouncing and smacking off of it. You can see right here on this side, this is bashed up pretty good here. Then I got here, this is bashed up really good. It's hard to see a lot of these, but I'll kind of show you the bottom here too. A lot of dents from rocks. There you can see one flew up. Several little dents and dings here. Here's a pretty good one on here. This is a real good one here. And like I said, this was not flopped on a rock here to do that. It's just the thinner material is definitely more susceptible to damage. And of course here, another one, pretty good hit there. Now these holes here, one of the reasons this skid plate, the main reason I did not like this and why I'm replacing it is all these holes. I was constantly, every other ride or so, I would have a stick go up in here and get jammed and be dragging on the ground as I was riding. I would have to stop and pull this out. Then you also get all kind of debris, small stones, small pieces of leaf, all going up and getting inside here, laying underneath your motor. And that I didn't like either. And another thing you'll notice on the side here, this is the side with the water pump. The Ricochet has much better coverage up over the water pump area. This one is very low with very little coverage on the SW Motech whenever it comes to the water pump housing right there. Price wise, from Rocky Mountain ATV-MC, this one is $104.95, the Ricochet. The SW Motech is $107.95. I mean, some guys may prefer this. They may want this little bit of extra holes to keep the motor cool if they're riding in a lot of hot weather or out in the desert. You might want the lightweight because you don't want the extra weight. I mean, this served its purpose. My bike took no damage while I had this on for the 1,000 miles. But I definitely prefer the thickness of a Ricochet skid plate or an Enduro Engineering skid plate. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this up, get it on. It shouldn't be much of an issue. Just maybe these might be a little tough on here getting on, but I'm going to get it mounted up. They give you a little bag of hardware here. These are the 4 screws that you just got to put up into the existing holes on the bike. And these, I'll kind of show you where these go here real quick. These will go up on your frame tube like that, and then you'll put the bolt in. You can see I have camper tape, as they call it, camper foam. One side is sticky. What I did, you buy it in a roll like this at your hardware store, this foam tape. I sliced it in half, big long strips, and I put it right down everywhere that the skid plate will ride. If you don't do that, when your bike is running, you'll get all kind of odd vibrations and noises coming up, you know, through your bike and through your helmet. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing mounted up, and then we'll take a look at it on there. What I will do here, just so you guys can see, I'm going to hold this SW Motech up. See, that is all the more coverage. See if I can kind of get it where it's supposed to be. That right there is all the more coverage around that water pump. It's basically really as exposed as it is from the factory. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Ricochet on and let you take a look at that. Put your washer on your screws. 2 short ones for the back. Two longer ones for the midsection where the bushings are. Down on the floor and get all dirty for the Steelers game. Big Ben's last game. I'm not going to be able to see shit up through here. You can see that. Dropped right out. It's going to be a little tougher for me there because I have that foam on there. Get the back one started first. Would have been nice if I would have got if I was smart, I would have got the Torx bit that I needed before I even started doing this. So where is it? Got too big and too small. My back dirty. There we go. Get those started a little bit. Now try to find these things. There we go. Is that it? Come on. I don't want people on YouTube seeing me get upset. I don't want to throw a fit trying to find a hole. Okay, I think I have those two started. Now, figure these out. Get little fingers up in there. That wasn't so bad. See how the other side goes. Come on, you're right there. I think I got it. Okay. Gonna tighten the back ones first. Bitches are tight cranking in. Feel like I'm cross threading the shit out of them. Guess I should have used a ratchet. Okay. Those are tight. My back's gonna be filthy. My wife's gonna kill me when I go in the house and sit on the couch. She'll still love me though. She'll love me because she knows I love my bikes. I love to get dirty when I work on them. You gotta have a wife that understands the love, or a husband that understands the love that someone can have for their bikes. These things definitely thread in tight. You definitely ain't gonna, you're not gonna thread these in with your fingers, that's for sure. Quit it. Okay. Alright, I think they're good. Ah. I mean, the reason they were probably a little harder for me to thread in is I have that foam on there. Okay. Everything is nice and tight. Show you, see, much better coverage for your water pump in both your hoses, but definitely the lower hose. But I feel much better having that much coverage there. There's your front. Whoa. What the hell? Get that zoom back out. I don't know what the hell happened there. Sorry about that. There's your front. And very large ear on the side here, which comes up over your little tube on your frame there. So this has much better frontal and corner protection than the SW Motech. And of course there is the old girl right there, KLX300. Whoop, Katie's in the background. There's old Katie. And we got Miss Dizzer over there, all yellow. All right. So there you go. Pick your own skid plate. Get that bitch and put it on before you get out and ride and screw up your motor. Like, subscribe, get on your bike, get your ass outside.